Today I'll be talking about healing in silence versus in comparison to seeking validation from people and from social media. In a world where people post their private life, their struggles, and all what they go through in life on the social space, seeking validation and people's opinion in order to take their next step, I want to be talking about how you can heal and the disadvantage of making your private life a social media topic. Now, when you heal in silence, a lot of times you tend to, it might be slow, but you tend to have your private time, your moment of reflection. You have this ample time to express yourself, and if need be, you pour out your pain within yourself. You heal in silence. Healing in silence is all about choosing not to text back, choosing not to hold resentment, choosing not to, let your mood and whatever you're going through affect the next person. It gives you ample time to reflect on things that actually led you to that point. But seeking validation from people would lead to, in some cases, it helps, but many a times it makes your emotion dependent on what people would say. Now, you realize that you begin to seek validation from people, you begin to look forward to sympathy, you begin to read comments, you begin to be, your whole life circles around what people think. People these days hardly have private moments to reflect on things, be it personal struggle, be it relationship, be it job, be it whatever they do, they put it out there on social space. And in situations where they begin to have banters or comments that are not what they expected, it leads to deeper depression. One thing I'm going to tell you is, for you to be totally healed from certain struggles, certain heartbreaks, and a lot of things you go through, you need some quiet time. It's not a bad thing for you to seek help from professionals, therapists, counselors, and people you feel are older and could advise you in certain, areas of your life. But totally depending on what people would say, what friends, what the social media space, what is trending, and comparing your situation with other people's situation could be very detrimental to you. Let's take a look at someone that is going through heartbreak, that chooses to find some quiet time to reflect on certain things, reflect on their steps, reflect on how to become better persons, reflect on the things, the do's and don'ts they don't intend to, to do or not do anymore in order for them to be in a better relationship, compared to the person that decides to post their stories or share their stories to anybody who cares. Now, what this leads to is, on the social space, people would ask questions, and this will lead to, prolonged emotional distress compared to the person that is actually trying to heal in silence. What healing in silence would help you do, it will help you recover fast, gives you ample time, because you're not seeking validation, you're not seeking sympathy, you are seeking inner peace, personal growth, and, strength to become a better version of the person you are. Healing in silence also helps you realize that sometimes it might not even be your fault. Healing in silence helps you to analyze your mistakes, analyze your strength, analyze your weakness, in comparison to seeking validation from people, seeking people's opinion, seeking people's advice on the social space. Another thing that healing in silence could help you do, it helps you come out of your situation in no time. And this helps you, get back and bounce back to who you truly are. Many times people get into depression because what they expect on social media is not what they get. They take their personal problems to the social space, thinking that they will get empathy, they will get pity, and they will get validation. When your emotions is dependent on people's validation, it means that you are not ready to heal, because total healing is in seclusion, privacy, reflection, and strength. And this strength comes as a result of you acknowledging the fact that you are going through certain things at certain time, and this help you heal better. You could take the time out to read books, books on reflection, books on growth, books on personal, personal improvement, rather than creating an avenue where people discuss your private issues. And sometimes we don't get the result we actually anticipate when we take our problems to the social space, because in some cases it escalates with the other party, getting to be involved. Because when you take your stories to social media, names are involved, situations are, analyzed, and in some cases it leads to deeper problems, because you have to start defending, explaining, and for someone that is trying to heal, this is not a very good stage of your life. So it is always better you work on self-reflection, self-growth, inner peace, and try as much as possible not to make your matter a social media space issue.